welcome to Epic Geek Out, the only show on the internet that does all their food shopping like it's a zombie apocalypse. I'm your host, Rob.
And I'm your host, Chad, and we're catching up on a film we missed with World War Z today.
And then on Thursday, we're going to be giving our review of The Heat.
As always, you can check us out over at Twitter, at Epic Geek Out. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Epic Geek Out, and also check out the website, www.epicgeekout.com. But let's get into our review of World War Z. So World War Z is adapted from the book by Max Brooks, though it really kind of just shares the same name. It really doesn't follow, the book is kind of it tells the stories, in a post-war manner, whereas this is, a very linear story. It stars Brad Pitt, and it is another zombie movie that we have, and, we got fast-running zombies in this one. Chad, what do you think of the movie?
Yeah, so not looking forward to this for the most part. I think it underwent some rewrites and reshoots and
had to refilm the whole ending. They brought in Damon Lindelof to rewrite the ending, which he kind of gets mocked for his ending. So that was kind of funny, but
yeah. So and from the first trailer, I was really turned off by the CG nature of the zombie horde, which looked cool-ish, but the fact that it's still. I think the technology isn't quite there to make it look as real as
the first time you see it, you're like, oh, that's awesome. Then it's kind of like,
Yeah, but overall, I really actually did enjoy this. I mean, we obviously waited a week or so because the week that this came out, we kind of didn't really want to see it, so we saw something else. But the reviews had been positive for it, so we decided to check it out because it is a zombie film, which we love. So I really liked it. It really kicked off and went into high gear really fast. Started with action almost immediately within the first 5-10 minutes of the film and kept going the whole time. I thought the story was enjoyable and not stupid. I felt like everything kind of had a purpose for what he was doing, his motivations, for everything that kind of unfolded made sense in the terms of how it kind of would work in a zombie apocalypse. So I like that. And the zombie horde, while it was off-putting at times with the CG, for the most part, I didn't have a problem with it throughout because I kind of just like, whatever. It's this. I'm on the ride, so I'm just gonna go with it. And then towards the end of the movie, there was some scenes where the zombies were slower, like more nature.
It's a more personal zombie experience where it's done with makeup, not thousands of them and things like that.
Yeah, definitely. It's not the most creative zombie film I've ever seen. There's some things that. Really, it's more an action movie than a zombie film, but there are some good jump scares in it. But I think Brad Pitt did a really great job with his character. I was drawn into his storyline. The only bad thing is that like a lot of the stuff the big set piece moments were all shown off in the trailer.
So you knew exactly when everything was going to happen.
So you knew like at least the points of it. But they made it like a world traversal, so that was cool because it did really feel like World War Z as opposed to like just taking place in America or whatever. And also the ending was really creative, and I don't know how much of it they changed, but sort of the solution, not really solution, but the way it pays off at the end was creative and new and original, and made it feel fresh for a zombie film. But overall, really just an action movie, but great action and a great summer blockbuster action movie. So.
Yeah, and I think that describes it perfectly. This is a summer movie. And it is not going to go above that, but it's going to do that well enough. I mean, you're not going to get anything that you didn't expect with this movie. I was engaged throughout it. I enjoyed some of the action scenes. I wish there were some better zombie kills in the movie. Like a lot of it was, just firing off into a horde of them and a couple of them dropping and stuff like that. So that some of the action seemed dull to me just because it was like spraying bullets into a crowd. But then in the final scene, they're in tight quarters, there's 80 zombies, there's 3 people. How are they gonna, get out of that? So I think that changed it, and it did have a very different feel than the other parts of the movie. Again, this is a summer blockbuster movie, so you're not gonna expect it to not be without some plot holes in it. I mean, Brad Pitt's character, of course, is the luckiest man ever. Everything had to go 100% correct for
but
anything to
they do
happen.
sort of establish that he has done this in other situations before, so I guess, whatever. But.
Yeah, because you can survive plane crashes because you've been in situations
I know,
before.
I know.
So, I mean, there are absolutely holes to it, but it was fun. I mean, if you like zombies, and, I think the payoff is good and creative at the end, that it'll engage people, and, it's a summer movie. Don't go in with high expectations, and I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, for sure. So check it out. It's in theaters now. It's actually doing really well. So I think they greenlight a sequel, or
I think so,
writing one now. So I really did like it. I mean, for a zombie, if you're a zombie fan, if you're an action movie fan, I think you'll like it. So check out World War Z.
So this past weekend, Chad and I had the opportunity,
and Greenspan, our
Greenspan, yep, you'll catch the picture behind us. This is our combined thanks for the day. We got to see Chris Hardwick live at Helium Comedy Club in Philly. And, we wanted to say thanks for coming to town. If you get a chance to see him and you enjoy just comedy in general, it was a great show. Maria Bamford, who is in this last season of Arrested Development, she also did like a 10-minute set, which I thought was really cool to see someone else I knew there. And it was just a really cool night. It was really awesome. I mean, he's very personable, stayed after to meet anyone, sign anything that people wanted him to. So I mean, that's our kind of thanks. What do you think?
Yeah. I thought it was really good. I mean, less geek humor than I thought, but still thrown in. But that's okay, because I wanted to see, more general humor, and there's some really funny jokes, way funnier than I expected.
Yeah.
I think he was in his element, as opposed to like Walking Dead. Sometimes it seems like he's like a little forcing stuff. Talking Dead. But yeah, he was definitely natural and fit in real well.
Yeah, so it was awesome. So, I think everyone, if you guys haven't been to a comedy show lately, check it out. The clubs are a great venue to see them in, and so thanks for that.
Cool. So are we doing another thanks? I got a thanks for today.
You got
Last of Us. Finished it. We reviewed it last week, but I finished the game. Sometimes I like to check in on stuff that we reviewed, but this one stuck with me. I really powered through to finish it, which is rare for me with a lot of games. So I think that speaks to it. I like the ending a lot. Interested to see where this goes, although now I might not get to see because I'm currently only pre-ordering an Xbox One. But
it literally needs to be an HBO series. I think it would be tremendous as that.
Yeah, it was very dark. Kind of fits with the World War Z topic, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. It had some really cool moments in it. The story is awesome. With Naughty Dog, anything like that, it's always like powering through to the next story moment. So I liked it. And the online's pretty good too. I got a chance to play that through the interview.
So cool. So check in Thursday for our review of The Heat.